The Caring Place has helped my family and I through the hardest times of our lives. And I'm here to tell you my story and what it has done to me personally. Losing my mom was the hardest thing I've ever had to go through. On November 7, 2017, my day was going really well. I went to school and I did everything I normally would. I went to sleep and I never knew that my day would change. My mom passed away peacefully in her sleep. November 10th was the day of her viewing, and it was cold out and everybody was getting ready at my house. We put Luther Vandross on to play because that was my mom's favorite artist. I was playing it upstairs, my dad was playing it downstairs, and we arrived to the funeral, which was the first time seeing her after she passed away. At this point, both sides of the family were there, and we were a little late and we had to rush the picture setup. People started coming in, and then all my friends came. I was truly amazed how all my friends came in because I felt comfort, and that is the most important thing to have whenever you lose a loved one. They came in a big group of 9 of them. We saw tons and tons of people, such as my teachers, which is my school was the biggest support other than my family and the Caring Place too. I was tired the next day, which was the service for her, but I had to say something at the service, which was one of the hardest things I've had to do. A ton of people were at the service, and I did not expect like a full packed room where there was no more chairs left. And then I went back to school like about a week later, and it was a constant reminder of her because I was getting the looks as if she's the kid who her mom passed away. And it was hard, so then I took another week off. And I remember this week as if it was yesterday, and it plays in my head whenever it gets close to the anniversary of my mom or her birthday. I never thought this was something I'd have to experience at 17 years old. The thing is you truly never know when something can happen to a loved one, and you truly have to live your life like there's no tomorrow. I cherish all my memories with my family and my friends. My aunt told us about the Caring Place, so my dad called and talked to Valerie about us coming up. We started in March of 2018, and it was the best thing for our family. We were all at different stages of grief, and that is totally normal. So this is my mom up here in 2nd grade with my dad. That was so long ago. Now I'm in college. This is my mom whenever I won my award for Spanish. And then that's my family vacation at Cedar Point, best amusement park in the world. So yeah, I was about like 6 maybe. I was placed in a group that was my age, and I felt that I was not the only one. We all understood what we were going through and talked about it. The games and activities we did to help us explain our feelings or do things to make us laugh. I love my volunteers, especially Darcy. She's not here today, but Darcy and I have a relationship like no others. I built such a close relationship with her because she understood what I was going through, and she helped me through the worst time of my life. I was a little shy at first in our groups, but then I opened up and shared my story. All the volunteers are here for you, and so is the staff. Coming to the Caring Place, you received so much love and support through the hardest time. Then I continued 2 more sessions, and then I sadly turned 18 and couldn't come anymore. I was a senior in Cornell High School, and I was required to do a senior project to give back to the community, or bring something into the school to help the students. Starting my senior project, I could not decide what I wanted to do or who I wanted to work with. I went to the Rotary Youth Leadership Award program, and I met with the Caring Place, and I was thinking about how I could work with them since they helped me so much and that I wanted to give back. Losing a loved one is the hardest thing anyone can go through, but at a young age is even harder. My experience put me in a place where I understand what people are going through, and the Caring Place helped me learn coping mechanisms and to get back on track with school. I wanted to reach out and help others. So we decided to get involved with Children's Grief Awareness Day, which was November 15th of 2018 last year, and this year it's on November 21st. Working with the Highmark Caring Place, I have never felt so involved with sharing something personal to me. Maya Goins, who is my classmate, and I held a high school-wide assembly talking about an important topic, grief and how teens can learn to cope. We shared our stories about losing a loved one and our journey through the grief process. We told everyone to wear blue for hope, and blue butterflies is one of the Caring Place's symbols. And we encouraged everyone to participate on the 15th of November. So this is our assembly. It was October 15th. That's Darcy over there, and then me, Maya, Megan, and Sean. And Megan and Sean talked about a little bit what the Caring Place does, and Maya shared her personal story, and I shared mine. And then to the right is my sister, my dad, and I, and then Maya and I on the bottom. And then there's another picture of me telling my story. To celebrate, we had shirts made, Children's Grief Awareness Day, November 15th, 2018. They were sold to teachers and students for $10 to raise money for the Caring Place. We also went from homeroom to homeroom and gave out butterflies for any student or teacher to write the name of somebody they were grieving for. The response was overwhelming, so we put all the butterflies in a giant mural that was hanging in the high school exit. The big day was full of positive social media posts with hashtag Children's Grief Awareness Day and hashtag hope, and pictures with the butterfly mural. And I'm so proud of the hard work we put in and the response of the Cornell student body. We also had Snapchat filters. I mean, that's the way you want to loop in kids now. We could not believe how the students' grades 10 through 12 reacted. The response was perfect in every way possible. I'm thankful that I got to share this with my classmates, because sending this message out to people who do grieve, and that we are all here for each other at the end of the day. With all that said, a few kids in the senior class this year are planning on taking over for us and making sure the kids know that there is a resource that they can use. I just love giving back to the Caring Place, so I reached out and volunteered for them. I just started this past summer by helping with their volunteer dinner. I just had such a warm heart to help with anything for them, and I still can't thank them enough for everything you have done for my family and I. My family and I are super grateful for everything. This is the mural on November 15th. It took a lot of time, but all the handprints are made of seniors of 2019 last year. There was like 40 kids in my graduating class. And then that's my senior picture with my mom. That's her senior picture. A few things I want you guys to remember is wear blue on Children's Grief Awareness Day, which is November 21st. And tell a friend about the Caring Place and Children's Grief Awareness Day, because remember that's important. And be an everyday hero by being kind to somebody, because you never know what somebody's going through. Thank you again for having me tell you guys my story.